Dylan and Rachel, welcome guys to this chat. We've been chatting a little bit offline about your experience and your success in the program. Hitting a record month last month. You mentioned 14K milestone, which is incredible to see the fruits of the labor and the work that you guys have done. I've been massively impressed with what the time and effort that you have put in, obviously. And you were a great attendee at the in-person mastermind where we got to know each other. But in amongst obviously full-time work and families and general life, you guys have achieved, a lot up to this point, obviously a lot more in the tank for the months to come. And I'm really excited to obviously share that with you guys as well. But before we jump into what you guys did and sharing some wisdom around the strategies you guys, I'd love to just hear about you guys, how you got into this business and where you were before our paths crossed.
Yeah,
Thanks,
so
Al.
I'm Dylan, of course. So my background, I've spent over 20 years in retail, customer service, and managing businesses and people, and I still work full time now as a sales rep. We've been doing the Staffy Republic e-commerce for about 4 years now. It was about 6 months ago I stumbled across Will out of a bit of desperation. We just haven't been able to crack that magic ticket, I suppose, or uncrack that code to making the e-commerce really take off. So um, through a bit of googling and research, I come across Will. We were kind of we're pretty much breaking even, so we're spending thousands of dollars each month on meta ads
Yeah.
and turning over basically the same number. And we just weren't able to sort of crack that code. So um, now here we are, and last month we had our best month, 14 grand, so
Hmm.
which is quite good. We've done similar months to that previously, but we were spending, we might have done 12 and we're spending 9 grand on meta ads, so that we weren't making any money at all out of it. So
Yeah.
now we're finding our ad spend's a lot less, which is great. So we're seeing
Yeah.
some profit, which is good.
For sure, for sure. And
Mate.
as I said, just the beginning, as we were speaking about, obviously, about just building that customer base and understanding, I guess, the business mechanics, where we have to spend and obviously pull back as well are really, important. Obviously, conserving cash, like when we run out of cash in our businesses, it dies, it suffocates, right? So, I mean, going through, that many years is, awesome in terms of persisting, right? Obviously, a lot of challenging periods in there, and maybe some on-off periods, as you say, with the full-time work and stuff like that. What kind of was it that really made you pull the trigger on, joining the program? Obviously, with that, had you had prior experiences before with either agencies or programs, or what sort of was different, I guess, with jumping in EB, if you can recall?
I can jump. Well, from
Yeah.
my perspective, it was what it was the fact that you guys were actually really genuine, and that came through. So even though we hadn't really worked with other agencies in the past, I come from a marketing background and I do know that there's a lot of dodgy agencies out there. So I kind of came into the conversation and that initial like discovery chat, like, oh, I hope this is like a legit thing that Dill's found and this guy's like, not,
Yeah.
not
For
like
sure.
Tony Robbins or whoever, you know. Sorry, Tony Robbins, but
Yeah.
yeah. And yeah, like that first discovery call, I just remember
Yeah,
getting
it was
off
not
and we
real.
were both,
That was really good.
yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Like we both got off and we just felt this sense of relief and like, yeah, these
Yeah, I
guys
nearly
are
cried.
legit. Yeah, yeah, Jill
Because
actually
I
had
was
a
at
tear.
yeah, I was at a point where I was literally said to Rach a couple of
Yeah.
times, we'll just throw this in and not worry about it. We've got all this stock here,
Mm.
um, that we
Mm.
pre-purchased a few years ago. We actually imported it from overseas. We were actually part of an importing club.
Oh, that's right.
That's where it all started a few years ago now, but that was mainly the importing side of stuff, not the e-commerce side of it. So we're kind of just flying by the wing, seat
Yeah.
of our pants.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for a bit there, and just wasn't happening. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
done a bit of googling, looked around, and saw that there was a few, the big businesses and that had dealt with you in the past, Will, which gave me confidence, and I know those businesses. I've seen them online myself, and yeah, that gave me confidence that hey, this guy might be legit, and
Yeah.
turns out you're not. So,
It's
yeah,
I mean I totally get that, right? Like it's almost I'm a little bit sheltered from I guess what's out there. I'm a little bit aware, I guess, but sort of like what we say to you guys with your brands, right? Like when we talk about no one knows who you are, everyone wants to know who you are. And when we talk about especially like our online presence and our websites, it's like the number one rule is assume that everyone thinks you're like fake or a scammer or super high skepticism, super low trust. Like that's just it's the extreme that we actually need to go to. It's really hard to convert someone online. Like the thing that we that I hear quite a lot is like I can sell. This is an e-commerce business owner is like I can sell at markets. Like when I'm talking to people, I can sell to them like 9 times out of 10, but online I can't make it work. And my explanation there is purely relationship and like reciprocity. Like, firstly, you see the person and you can make eye contact, immediate kind of relationship, right? Then
yeah,
obviously you can talk to them, you can answer questions, you can show, touch, feel, all that sort of stuff. Whereas online, there is zero of that. You've got about a second or two for that person to believe that you're like legitimate. And
Yeah.
whether they're conscious of it or not, there's little ticks and crosses that they put in their mind. And if one of those boxes gets crossed in terms of crossed off, it's like they're gone because they don't want to risk spending their money with a brand if there's any shadow of doubt. So yeah, when it comes to obviously EB and what I do, I don't think about it a lot, but I totally know that that's what's happening when people are getting hammered with obviously ads about programs and stuff like that. And so um, I'm really glad to kind of hear that it's like cool. It was all it sort of cracked up to be in terms of how it was and the intimacy of the program, and obviously that I'm there, not just like on the ads or the billboard kind of thing, and never see or speak to Will. I really love that and the relationships we have with you guys in the program. So it's yeah, you guys have been obviously amazing to work with. So just talk me through what's been the big trigger for you? What do you think was the, I guess, strategy or tactics you guys used that really got that period of growth, the last couple of months particularly?
yeah. So we've made quite a few alterations to the website, in
Mm,
particular the homepage.
yeah.
Getting the email flows all
Yeah.
sorted and under control, and thanks to you guys, you've got that roadmap where you basically lay out you need to have this trigger, this trigger, this trigger, all that sort of stuff. So that's been quite good, and the
Mm.
meta ads too, just having that assistance and help when we require it to finesse some stuff, just to or get your professional opinion on should we do this, should we not do this. They're probably the biggest ones that I can think of.
Yeah, and just on the
Um,
email flows, like it's just leaned over Dill to have a look, but one of the email flows that we set up through the program, it's generated 7.5K
Mm,
extra to
mm.
our business that we wouldn't have had. So like there's things like that you know they might be small changes, but they do have a big result. So
Sure.
yeah,
For sure.
stuff like
It's Yeah, I'm really glad you mentioned that because and I'm so guilty of this with our e-commerce business when we started out. Like emails especially was one thing we massively procrastinated. I'm talking years of just like
that.
it'll be right. And then it's like that moment where like how much you're potentially leaving. It was a bit of a don't know what you don't know sort of scenario for most people, but that's one thing I still just think about. It's like, oh man, so how many sales were left on the table just by not having the right fundamental systems in place, essentially. Again, you don't know what you don't know, and that's no fault of anybody's apart from those that ignore it, like we did for so long. And so, as you say, it's not about doing, and as you guys would know, it's not about saying here's 5,000 things you need to go and do to grow your business. It's like, well, there's probably two or three big levers, and this is what you should focus on, and just get really good at that, really obsessed with that, continually tweaking the dial and looking at the numbers and making sure it's going the right direction, such as ads. It's like, it's not about, oh, the ads aren't working right now. Let's go and try something else. It's actually about, well, figure out why and again, turn that dial and figure out exactly what it is. Because if you know you've got some validation in that platform or that method, it's like we go down and do more of it versus do something different or something new that's untested, unproven, right? So it's yeah, again, you guys have been absolutely awesome at obviously going through that, and it's no doubt that you've well, no surprise that you've actually had the experience you have, which is amazing. Um, what else? How would you sort of like? What's been the most beneficial for the thing for you in the program? We obviously run a bit of a a hybrid coaching model, I call it. What have you guys got the most value out of since being in the program?
Be
Well,
the calls, wouldn't it?
yeah, I was gonna say it's got to be the calls. The fact that like you're actually, yeah, talking to someone and it's regular too. Like I for a previous business that I had years ago, I was part of group coaching thing and I got one-on-one call like once a month or once every 2 months or something. And so
Mm.
the fact that you've got multiple calls a week,
Yeah.
it's just brilliant. Like,
With yourself, not
yeah,
Joe and
Mm.
Kirk, but
yeah,
not just a random of,
Mm.
that
yeah,
you've got that you don't actually, we've met you guys in person, so
yeah.
that's,
Mm.
Yeah, and so like for me personally, it might be different for Dill, but like for me, it's just helped those like the regularity and consistency of those calls just means that I keep momentum going. So like if I hit a little bit wall in the day, it's like, oh, that's a fine. I'll ask tomorrow and it'll get sorted out.
Yeah.
Where I know if I didn't have that, I would sit on that brick wall
procrastinate.
and procrastinate, and then it'd be like it'd become a thing. So it's
Yeah.
just so good to get stuff resolved quickly
Yeah.
or end quickly, and then you can move on,
Yeah. Yeah.
keep going. Yeah.
That's such a good point, and I really like how that's obviously been beneficial for you. And as you say, that regularity, but also, I sort of describe it like the our businesses are going concern, meaning they're always ongoing. Like it's great to have a roadmap laid out about where you're at, which obviously we all do for everybody who comes in. But then it's the maintenance and the tweaking and the management of the business, whether it is the specific ads or emails or whatever. But as you say, the regularity and familiarity with you guys. We're not sitting there saying, what's your name again, what's your business again. It's just like we can take up where we left off, sort of thing, which is I personally love that, and an advantage of having that smaller intimate community, which again is by design. So I'm really glad that that's been really
Yeah.
beneficial for you guys. One sort of last final question, going through what you went through for, you said sort of 4 years, prior to jumping in the program and being where you are sort of now. I mean, what would you sort of say to people who are where were, where you're kind of feeling that stuck and feeling like you kind of want to potentially throw it in? What would you sort of say to people now being on the other side, and seeing some great results about what they should do, next in their circumstance?
Yeah, so I think having you guys, being part of the course and having mentors and that is very crucial to the whole e-commerce
Mhm.
thing. If, in particular, if you don't know everything about it, then I think you need someone in your corner.
Yeah.
It's been great for us,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think that's the biggest point is, yeah, if you're sitting on the fence, I'd just, jump in and do it because it's been massive for us.
Yeah. It
Mm.
We'd
really
be
has.
we'd be
Yeah.
lost if we didn't join your course. Probably would have literally thrown it because
Yeah.
there's a few
Yeah.
times I was like, nah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. It's
yeah,
not working. I'll just
yeah,
we'll find something else. But I'm
Yeah.
glad we stuck to it and we came across you and
Mm.
that would be my advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a game
You
changer.
need someone in your
It really
corner and
has.
mm,
yeah.
mm. That's amazing. I mean, yeah, I think I agree. I mean, I was like floundering for, progressing, but floundering a little bit for like 5 years. And it was the same sort of realization I had. And it was like, oh my God, why couldn't you just do something? Maybe, I don't know, it's a me kind of ego thing and we all want to do ourselves. And that's cool. That's cool because it gives you your start and gives you the motivation and that sort of stuff. But when you do have that hindsight moment or that wisdom moment of like, yeah, this is the support I need, and this is how I'm going to progress by just following the path of people who have obviously done it, then that's incredible, incredibly satisfying, incredibly you get so much clarity and it reduces any overwhelm, and you just got that support. So yeah, that's awesome. Thanks so much for sharing that, guys. And thank you for sharing the journey so far, and congrats on the milestones. So much more to come. We know it's just the beginning. And it's great to celebrate these milestones together. So, thanks for sharing all that, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for
And
having
thank
us.
you, Will. I just do want to take a moment to say thank you. It's been awesome, really. And just to have that support has been amazing. And that blueprint to literally go, oh, what do I need to do? And what do I need to do today? And yeah, it's so good. Gives you so much clarity. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
thank you.
No, thank you, guys. Really appreciate it.